Hi, this is DH Dunn, and I'm here to ask myself a very basic question. Can I lope 10 days on a world tour? We are trying to visit every map in the Long Dark in 10 days, and we are currently in Broken Railroad. Day 6, almost day 7. Feel like we're in pretty strong shape here. Not a lot we can do at the moment. Don't really want to leave during an aurora. I was going to check to make sure I got the water from the toilet. Yes, I did. It's always interesting to be in Broken Railroad in an aurora, one of the few places outside the dam where you can get hurt. It's kind of cool. So, let's see. Weight-wise, we've got some extra carrying capacity. We could grab a couple of these books, I guess, for like, fuel. Beyond that, though, not a lot to do. We could repair clothing. This could use a hit. All right, much better. These are okay. Let's do the hat or the scarf. All right, we're out of cloth. We could certainly get more cloth. Give me this thing. No, don't do that. Go here. Stop. I mean here. Harvest that. 20 minutes. Okay, we're done with the aurora, mostly. Thanks for failing.
All I could think about is food.
Yes, Will. You and the food, man. Nah, there'll be something. There'll be something. So I don't know, maybe we sleep 2? Don't think we can get 2, but we'll take what we get. I just want it to be light out. All right, super great. Let's get on with the business of getting on. Once we're away from the workshop, it's not a tremendously dangerous run to transfer pass. Have I looked through this stuff? I don't know. Maybe I just do the lockers. All right, nothing there. What do we see outside? Jerks. Okay, so we know we're gonna need this. Yeah, come here, dude. Come on. Yeah, hurry up and leave. That might be it. Very nice weather. Only one down on the temperature here. Book. Fuse. I refuse the fuse. Hope everyone is doing good today. It is around noon on Tuesday as I record this. Not normally the time that I record things, but, you know, some days you gotta be flexible about when you're gonna do something. Particularly when you're, you know, you gotta do the job stuff first. There's a decent amount of job stuff I had to do first thing today, so get some of that done. Tuesday is usually release day at the press. get the books out, make sure everything's all set, make sure things are all set for next week's books and the 2 weeks out books and the 3 weeks out books and audio recordings that are happening and foreign language translations, and there's a lot of moving parts. You got to check on the books that are being written, the books that are being edited, books being proofed, books being formatted. It's fun. I enjoy it. It is. I always equate it to being an air traffic controller. Because I don't actually do anything. I don't write the books, I don't format the books, I don't edit the books, I don't proofread the books. I don't make the art.
I could eat anything right now.
I just keep everything moving. Will is hungry. What else is new? I'll always take a flare. Rarely will I pass up the flare. Always will I pass up the wires. Don't talk to me about fish lures. I got no use for them wires. I need to do like a tier list of like items I never use. But all it will do is highlight that I'm not that good. Because people will be like, you don't use that? That's very useful. Yeah, I know. Like that. Spray paint. There's definite legit good uses for spray paint. I almost never take it. I just don't feel like I use it enough to justify carrying it all the time. As opposed to 9 sewing kits, which I will carry with me all the time. So, you know, I'm not saying these things make sense. Aw, boo. I just did this route in my race with Koru, which was so much fun. Such a great time. Looking forward to doing another one of those again sometime soon. We both had a great time with it. We always do. Mega torch. Meh torch. Decent though. We'll use it. We're talking about this particular section on the podcast this weekend with KirkSteven, the Survivor's Corner podcast. KirkSteven's a Jitwire, and it was nice that they asked me to fill in for Jitwire while she was gone for one of the sessions, and we talked about the Far Territories. And I feel like this section right here, if you cut this out, the Far Territories become better. I think if you end up... I think basically pretty much all of Far Range Branch Line, while a very cool and interesting, well-designed map, all it does is make it longer. It just makes it take longer to get to where you actually want to go. And considering the 3 Far Territory maps, particularly Forsaken Airfield, are so large to begin with, I kind of wish the bridge from Broken Railroad just went straight to Transfer Pass and you just skipped this altogether. It's not that I don't like this map, I do, but you know, we were talking about how come people don't go to the Far Territories that much, and I think one of the reasons is they're far. They're aptly named. I mean, they are what it says on the tin. No argument there. But, like, you know, am I going to go all the way to Forsaken Airfield to forge? It's nice there's a forge there, but, like, all the other forges are closer and easier to deal with. You could go there for the radio. That's about it. And there are, you know, that's most maps. Most maps don't have a specific reason to go there. You know, you don't have to go to, I don't know, DP, for example. But it doesn't take that long to go to DP. Like, other than just generic loot, which is, you know, potentially present in every map, and, like, there's stims and stuff. But there's not, like, you know, the backpack, which is, you know, going to Ash Canyon for the backpack, or the summit, you know, in Timberwolf Mountain. Do I have a pry bar? Yes. Do you want to eat something? Not those chips. Not the... Oh, these are all terrible. Why do you find such terrible food, Will? I think if it took, you know, 2 transition maps to get to DP, instead of one, very short one, you, people wouldn't go there as much. Personally, I love DP. I love Forsaken Airfield. I think it's a great map. I love Zone of Contamination. I think it's a great map. I don't know about Sundered Pass. Haven't done much with it yet. Oh, you jerk face. That is one who has the face of a jerk. I'm going to avoid you. These are just opinions. You know what they say about opinions, and it's true. It's just how I feel. You feel differently, that doesn't make you wrong. And I am not saying you're wrong. You know what, bunnies? I don't really feel the need to do anything with you. I mean, I guess maybe far range branch line, as far as the transition maps go, is it the largest transition map if we don't consider Transfer Pass a transition map? Which I don't know that I do, because you can spawn there. Well, you can't spawn there. You can spawn there on other difficulties. You can't spawn there on Lope. Oh, these torches are terrible. Maybe we make a fire. Hang out for a bit. I'm too lazy. I'm just going to use that.
That should help warm things up.
Sure, yeah. Super great. Okay. You want to, like, make something? Some porridge, perhaps? Always love some porridge. Why are we carrying this? 2, almost 3 kilos. Don't carry that thing. What are you doing? You don't need these cans either. Harvest these torches. Come on, Will. Let's get to the A material. Wow, that's a lot of bad torches I'm carrying around. And no good ones. Is this done? 2 minutes. There you go, Will. You'll love it. Sticks to the ribs. See, I'm carrying the 3 sewing kits though. Yeah, I have no discipline either. Thick. 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 Very good. See a good amount of coal here. I don't know how much I want to carry. How much do I have? Nah, I don't need to grab any of that. I mean, all we got to do is get the transfer pass today, and then I think the next episode will be the finale where we hit the 3 far territory maps. I'd really like to finish at the airport. I think it's part of a world tour that feels, you know, kind of thematically appropriate. Am I going the wrong way or the right way? I think I'm going the right way. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think I am. Too soon. It was too soon, yeah. Well, you can go your own way. And call it another day. Say what you will about Lindsey Buckingham. When Fleetwood Mac toured without him, they had to replace him with 2 people. They had, I think, Neil Finn doing vocals, and Mike Campbell from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, a personal favorite of mine, doing the guitar work. What in the... Okay. These caves, man, they always throw me. Mike Campbell, Brian May, and David Gilmour are my 3 favorite guitarists. Are we to the end? There we go. Nice. I grew up more like, I grew up huge Led Zeppelin fan, so, you know, really loving Jimmy Page and Eddie Van Halen and you know, all the kind of metal guitarists. But over time, I've come to respect, Elliot Easton from the Cars is another one that's like this. Guitarists who add to the song what the song needs without necessarily becoming the focal point. David Gilmour less so. Because some of his solos really are the focal point of the song, but they are amazing. But, you know, flashy when you... Capable of being flashy when you need flash, but also capable of being understated when that's needed too. I like that. I like team play. Not implying that any of the people I listed before weren't team players or anything like that. Not saying that. I also really love John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin, although he's a bass player, keyboard player. Tony Levin, as far as bass players go. Very cool. This guy who did Sledgehammer. He did a lot of stuff with Peter Gabriel, but he's just kind of amazing. I think Tina Weymouth from Talking Heads is a fantastic bass player, too. Not that I play anything. I don't play anything. I don't know nothing about nothing. I just know what I like to hear. Can get a wolf over here in the Steely Chasm. Very chaotic in the Steely Chasm. What do you got? Nothing? That's fine. I didn't want anything. So I came out a winner on that one. I do really like this map. I do. I just don't like it being on the path to transfer pass. I wish it was its own thing. And I guess that's part of a trend then, if you think about it, because the last map I believe they added before the DLC was Blackrock, and that also has a long two-part transition to it, just like this does. Could be a sign of things to come. I also think that something that would have helped the Far Territories, and I said this on the podcast, was just a second way to get there. So that, you know, you could do it as a loop. Like if the bridge and DP also connected to like Zone of Contamination or something, and you could do like a loop where you then ended up back, you know, from ZOC. If you wanted to get back to, you know, Mystery Lake, it was, you know, less of a hike, or coastal. Right now, the way the game works right now, if you're using the trader, it's kind of hard not to base in coastal. It's just so convenient, and coastal has become really, really strong. Especially with the, in my opinion, nerfifying of Mystery Lake, where Trappers is nowhere near as good as it used to be. Camp HQ isn't as good as it used to be. Coastal's a really strong map. I like Coastal a lot. I always have. Are we there yet? Not yet. Are we there yet? It's probably going to be a pretty short episode here. I think once I've got a handle on Transfer Pass, I may end things a bit early. And then we'll wrap it up tomorrow. I've got meetings coming up. That old IRL. Work aggro. Sometimes when I would work from home and I would occasionally pop on to like World of Warcraft or something and be, you know, try to get some extra grinding in. And then I'd look over and see like there were messages for me in the group chat at work. I'd be like, all right, work aggro. Okay, we've arrived at Transfer Pass. So 2 maps today. 3 maps to go. I was not sure that you could visit all 3 maps, or all 14 maps, or however many there are, in a 10-day period. When we started this, I am now quite confident that you can, and I'm interested to see, like, what's the speed run? Like, how fast could it be done? Where would the optimal starting place be? What is the optimal route to do everything as fast as possible? Is it DP? I think you'd have to start at a stub. DP, Ash Canyon, HRV, and maybe think about where your spawn points are in those maps and how easy or hard it is to get out of them. I guess if you're doing it on Interloper, you don't get to pick your start, so you'd have to just keep re-rolling until you got the start you wanted. Now, some people posted some comments about possible sleeping options or the lack thereof. And I remember those comments exist. I don't remember what they said. It was very early when I read them. I really need to not read the comments early in the morning. They don't stay. They just bounce off. I mean, admittedly, you know, this is a prodigious forehead here. This is, it's easy for stuff to bounce off that. I don't know why I'm still carrying this torch. Keeping me a little warmer, I guess, but... I will say that visually, I think this is a very impressive map. I really like Transfer Pass for its first impressions. The first time you see it, it's like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Like, it's really cool. It gives a sense that you're starting to get towards, like, civilization again.
I'd eat anything right about now.
Oh my god, well. This cattails, okay, dude? You want to check these? Don't care about that. Check this one.
What have we here?
Meh. Check that. Meh. Look in there. Nothing. Toilet water. I mean, we could always sleep in a car, which I think is what I usually end up doing in Transfer Pass. We need to go up there. I think we determined a while back in one of my series, I don't remember which one, that if you light a fire in the fireplace at the train station, you're warm in that truck, that blue truck. We'll investigate that. I can't remember. I know we tested it. I just can't remember the results. There should be a bed in here. There isn't. There should be. You know what's in here? Bupkis. A big, fat zero. Get some coal here. Is there any more over here? It's under like the coal hopper thing, but no.
I would do anything for a drink right now.
Really? Would you? Is that really your primary concern, Will? A drink? Where the hell am I? How did I get this oriented? Is this gonna work? I'm a little worried I'm not gonna be able to take this turn to the left here. No, I was. I feel like we're like right there, right? Nope. Did I go farther down than I thought? I guess I did. Go to the top of this hill thing. Well, how the hell did you get all the way over here? Honestly, you amaze me sometimes. What? Wow. I almost went into ZOC. Personally, I think that's my favorite of the three. Our territory map, ZOC. I don't know why. I just like it. It's got big trucks in it. I like the big trucks. It feels very, very different from the other maps. Not crazy about those sickly wolves or whatever, but you know what? What are you gonna do? Alright, let's test this theory. Sure. Put a coal in there and an unclaimed wood. That'll be enough. I love the look of this fireplace. I know I say that every time I come here. So we're warm here, outside. Yeah, I think it does work. We're warm. We're triple warm in the truck. Nice. All right, well, then I think I will grab an hour right here. And we'll call this one here. Short, sweet, and effective. We are now down to 3 maps to go on day 7, so I think we're in great shape. Should be fine, but you never know. So we will try to wrap this one up tomorrow. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the series. If you are, and you could give me the like, comment, subscribe, those do really help me. I'll be back tomorrow with more adventures in the long dark. Until then, stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.